And I'm Roger Debit.
And welcome to At the Seminars with Fiscal and Debit.
Gene, there's a lot of fun movies coming out this year.
And some interesting new accounting standards as well.
And some not so interesting.
True, but what's great about the films we're reviewing today is that they all chose to highlight some of those new standards.
So let's get right to it with our first film. In this clip, we traveled to Europe to learn about cloud computing costs and a hosting arrangement that's a service contract.
And we get to see one of my favorite characters, Arachnid Man.
It's nice to take time off from school and crime fighting to visit Europe, but why the costume, Peter?
Because the audience won't recognize me without it. Wait, my arachnid sense is tingling.
There you are, Arachnid Man.
What?
There you are, Arachnid Man.
What?
There you are. Wait a minute. There you are, Arachnid Man.
Mystery Man, what are you doing here?
I'm here to help you with accounting for cloud computing.
But you're a bad guy, and that issue was already addressed in an update in 2015.
She's right. That was issued to help evaluate fees paid for a cloud computing arrangement when it included a software license.
True, but people wanted more guidance on the implementation cost. You're getting very sleepy.
No, I'm not. I just had an espresso.
So why not treat those similar to the treatment for internal use software?
Yes, that will help determine which implementation costs to capitalize and to which expense.
Ah, I can see my illusions are getting to you.
The entity has to determine to which stage the expenses relate in order to treat them properly.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the preliminary stage, you would expense them as incurred.
And in the application development stage, you capitalize based on the nature of the costs.
How does he do it? It's a mystery.
And for the post-implementation stage, you once again expense the costs as incurred.
Here, pick a card, any card. It's the King of Hearts.
No, it's the instruction card.
Wow, that movie looks like it's going to be a gas. Thumbs up.
Gas, good one, Roger. It looked a little cloudy to me, but very artistic. Thumbs up.
One important point they didn't mention is that training costs and data conversion costs cannot be capitalized.
Very true, Roger. But let's get on to our next clip. Here's one more sequel for this franchise as our favorite toys once again come to the rescue.
Right you are, Gene. Let's take a look at the requirements for not-for-profits in this clip from Toy Tale 4.
I can't believe Andy's out of college and working as an accountant at this great charity.
Now, I know we're all proud, but Andy could have some real problems here if he's not careful.
What's the big deal, Wooly? Andy has to categorize net assets into only 2 categories instead of 3.
Don't you see? It's not the basic treatment, it's all the disclosures.
Well, how difficult could that be? We can just consult our disclosure guide.
Reach for the guide.
To the disclosures and beyond. So we have to disclose any self-imposed restriction. Big deal.
And dual reporting of expenses by both functional and natural class. That can't be too difficult.
It's the other disclosures, like the composition of the donor-restricted assets at the reporting date.
Oh dear, Wooly's right. Where will we get that information?
What we need is a futuristic, innovative source of information. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Wait a minute. What's that?
Bud? Andy has to disclose qualitative information about how liquid resources are used to meet cash flow needs.
I've never seen such advanced technology.
And Bud, Andy has to disclose that same information quantitatively as well.
It appears to be a knowledge portal. Greetings, I'm Bud Lightyear, Accounting Ranger.
I am Perplexa.
But we haven't got time for that now. We have disclosures about underwater endowments as well.
You mean the funds are impaired?
There's a snake in my books.
And then there's the methods for cost allocation between program and support functions. Where do you think we'll get that info, Bud?
Let me ask Perplexa. Perplexa, tell me about disclosures.
Looking up closures. The left lane of Interstate 4 is closed due to an accident.
No, Perplexa, I want to understand the latest gap.
The closest Gap clothing store is 2 miles away in the mall.
What?
Snap out of it, Bud. It's a toy. Ooh, I think the magic's gone. Thumbs down.
Well, sadly, I must agree. After 2 or 3, most franchises should just be shelved. Thumbs down.
It brings up an important point, though, Roger.
What's that, Gene?
While it's true you can simply look up the disclosures, some examples, I think actually accumulating the data for those disclosures could be quite a task.
Especially with the limited budget of some not-for-profits.
My point exactly. So, what's our last film, Roger?
Well, once again, we have a sequel, and not just a sequel, but a sequel of a remake.
You know, it seems some things just won't go away.
No. And that's fitting for this film clip as we once again address the issues of variable interest entities, or VIEs.
So, I assume this will be a horror film.
Absolutely, Gene. So let's take a look at a clip from the latest installment of That.
I can't believe we still have to deal with this evil.
Yes, it's been 16 years since FIN 46R was issued.
And ever since that creepy clown appeared, we've had to determine whether or not to consolidate an entity. Eek!
To make matters worse, accountants working on these issues end up missing.
I'll never forget the horror of watching my staff accountant, Georgie, go down the sewer drain after his laptop.
I thought we had this beat with update 2014-07.
That only gave relief for the consolidation of a leasing arrangement. Watch out!
But private entity users don't have the same needs as public companies.
That's true, but don't you think the basic consolidation guidance should still apply?
Yes, of course, but not for these obscure relationships. What the?
Look, if we can find the source of the evil, then we could provide an exception for private companies.
You mean they could elect not to consolidate the VIEs?
Exactly!
But we would be prudent to disclose the arrangement so the users would not be confused.
Precisely. We would then all be safe from the evil of the VIE consolidations.
But I'll never allow you to use it for not-for-profits and employee benefit plans.
It's clear to me now. Look! That's where the evil VIE began! Wow, what a close! They finally found the true evil of that!
Huh? I don't get it. And who's Andy Fasto?
You never heard of Andy Fasto? Enron? What, living under a rock?